Kalispera, this is ESC Fan TV calling, and we're ready with a brand new show for all of you. This is the best ever show where we're gonna go over a country's best ever entries in our opinion. And tonight, you're in luck because the alcohol is free. We are ready with our favorite Greek entries from everyone here on the panel. In a moment, I will let you know how this show works, but first of all, let's say hello to everyone on the panel. First of all, it's a big hello to Stuart.
Hey, Nicholas. Greece, let's go. Can't wait for this.
Looks like you're in the right mood with the bar and everything.
Yeah, it's all about isolation, Nicholas, so I took myself off to this lovely bar. Sadly, the barman's gone, so all the drinks are free. Alcohol is free.
There we go. Also, it is hello to the little blue boy. It's Elliott. That's the best one I've done so far.
It really is. Give me warning next time. At least I'm dressed in the country's colours. I thought, I'd match, go a bit of blue and white. Why not?
Didn't even think about that. That works way better. Also, just below him, hello to Gustav.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited for this.
Oh, that's lovely. Also, a big hello to Yana.
Kalispera, Ellada. Good evening, Europe. How are you?
There we go. And finally, of course, it's a big hello to Oben.
Kalinita Europa e Kalimera Australia. Tikanis. I love you, Sakapo.
Amazing. So, tonight, as I said, we're gonna go over what we think are some of the best Greek entries. We have each picked 2 entries that we would like to let you know why we think these are some of the favorites. And at the end of the show, we will also do a little bit of voting. However, we don't want to be the only ones voting. That would be very boring. So we encourage every one of you, once you've seen the entries that we will be presenting tonight, to go vote as well. You can do that by going to menti.com, that is MENTI.com, and use the code 78600, and just put that when you go onto the website, and you will be able to vote. It's going to be very exciting. Like I said, we have each picked 2 entries, and Stuart, you are up first. Do you want to present your 2 entries first?
Yeah, thank you, Nicholas. So, seeing as I am the daddy of the group this evening, and you can see Gustav is excited at that prospect already, I thought I would have to go deep into the 90s to see if nobody else would bother. I've picked these 2 fantastic entries, Nicholas. We're going to start tonight with Anixi from Sopia Vossou, and we're then going to have Katy Garbi's Helena Paparizou.
Exciting. Daddy goes deep into Greece. Let's take a listen to the songs. So, Stuart, as the only person old enough to have experienced these songs live, why are these some of your favorite entries?
Well, let's start with Anixi. It's a rock opera power ballad from Sopia Vossou, who has released 13 albums. She is massive in Greece and Cyprus, Nicholas. But this song was particularly well favoured going into 1991, but totally spoiled by the saxophone player. So any of those who have actually watched this particular song will know that halfway through, the saxophone player forgets his lines entirely and starts playing completely out of tune and destroys the song. And it was a massive scandal back in 91. But she was, without shadow of a doubt, one of the best vocalists of that night. And it's one of my favourite all-time Greek songs.
Interesting.
And my second choice is Katy Garbi's Ellada. I can't even bloody pronounce it now. It's a great start, isn't it? She's been going in music for 30 years. She sold over 1.5 million records. She's also big in Turkey as well as Greece and Cyprus. Yeah, I mean, this was the first ever song commercially released as a Greek entry. So it was a big first for Greece. And whilst it didn't win, it also had lots of fans that year. And she was considered one of the big sex kittens of 1993, and probably my first ever crush, actually. So this is one of my favorites. But genuinely, two great songs from the 90s, regardless of country, and my two favorites.
Now we know why he picked that song. I think it's really fun to see this one, especially the 1993 one. Like, those graphics, the way that those transitions work in that song, we saw a bit of it in the recap as well. Like, I just gotta say, I miss when everything was so kitsch like things were in the 90s. Can we go back to that? That was a beautiful moment. Anyone who has any thoughts of these songs? Anyone who wanna say a little comment about these songs?
I'm sorry, I'm not that old.
Well, I think people can still appreciate these songs, even though they maybe weren't born for them.
I mean,
Well, I was born already, but I was too small. I was just 3 years.
it's what I just define as Greece's mediocre stage, I think. Like, if the noughties were where Greece was really a powerhouse, this is when Greece, for me, came off very mediocre. And the girl in 1993, as soon as you play the clip, was like, oh, she looks a bit like Dana International. And that's not where my brain should be going.
Yeah, probably not. No, probably not. I think Stuart will be relying on those chat room votes for these songs. Doesn't really sound like there's a lot of love for it on the panel here. But remember, guys, if you want to prove us wrong, you can do that on the voting. There is a little ticker down at the bottom where you can see how you can vote and get involved in the conversation. Before we move on to the next set of entries, I just want to give a little bit of information about Greece in Eurovision. So first of all, Greece, they appeared for the first time in Eurovision back in 1974. There we go. Close enough. And so far, they have only missed 6 contests. Greece, as some may remember, one of the big powerhouse countries in I completely lost my trail of thought there. Between 2001 and 2013, they had 10 top 10 results. That's where I wanted to go with it. Greece has only been outside of the final 2 times. That was in 2016 and 2018, with 2016 being their best result to date, coming 16th in the semifinal. And of course, Greece, they won it once. They won it back in 2005 with Helena Paparizou and My Number One, and hosted it in Athens in 2006. While we're on the topic, should we take a look at their so far only winner song? Let's do it. Fantastic Mediterranean entry there. Elliott, why do you think this one won in 2005?
Well, it was that time where a lot of Latin flair was really powerful. Like, you know, the UK sent a song very similar to this one in Javine. Like, it was very similar. So it was very popular. It was very commercial, and she performed it impressively. And I think it shows because it's still, you know, recognised and timeless to this day. You know, back in December, I was at a dance competition up in Blackpool. The first rounds were onto the floor, and this song started playing. You know, 15 years on, dance competition where no one really mentions about Eurovision or anything. And yes, I was at the back of the hall dancing and singing along before my round. And my mum just looked at me and went, "This is a Eurovision song, isn't it?" I just smiled at her. But they said 15 years on, still gets played. It's timeless. And yeah, it's such a brilliant performance.
Yes, and it wowed the whole of Europe back in the televoting only days. Gustav, as the #1 fan of Helena Paparizou, what do you think of this song?
Oh, you had to come to me, didn't you?
Yes.
I like the song. The song is all right, and I can dance to the song too. But I still don't like her, and I won't like her.
So you're not hoping.
And I'm going to be nice, so I'm going to stop talking now.
So I shouldn't ask you if you want her to return to Melody Festival in the coming years.
That's a no.
Watch her turn up next year. I still think that's going to happen now.
And we're going to love that show. Maybe we need to buy some SIM cards again if that does happen. Anyways, we are still going on about our favorite entries. Oben, we're gonna come to you next. What songs have you picked for this evening? We cannot hear you. Well,
That's
oh, I think we can hear you now.
Okay, now sorry
Yeah,
for
perfect.
the technical difficulties. So since we are at the topic of Helena Paparizou, one of my favorite ever Eurovision song is "Antique Die for You," and my second choice is, you know that I'm a guy of cultural orgasms, so of course I was going to pick someone who is perfect to represent Greece, Lucas Giorkas with stereo mic. Watch my dance.
Yes. Let's see what cultural orgasm Oben would die for.
Cause I would die for you. Look into my eyes and see it's true. Really, I could never lie to you. Just to make you see that.
Έχει ψυχή μου τη φωτιά. Τους φόβους όλους και η μοναδικά.
Now I just gotta be completely honest. I don't remember the song from 2011 at all, but it's always interesting, you know, rediscovering songs on the show. Oben, why are these songs some of your favorites?
So let's face it, this generation that started with Marianne and carried with Sertab Erener, then to Helena Paparizou, the second time winning it, the Shady Ladies, the Secret Combinations, the La La La's, Ella Ellas, they all started with Antique and Die For You. The stage performance, strong female, independent microphones, and then little bit choreography. And I think this was one of the turning points in the Eurovision history. And then Lucas Giorkas, it's an amazing Hellenic style singer. Like if you go and travel around the Greece and you stop by at a tavern, the Greek tavern, and at a live music night, you hear this. You want to hear this. You want to, when you're drinking, sipping that ouzo, you want to be listening this song that breaks your heart and breaks your soul and wants you to dive in the sad memories that breaks your heart. So these two songs represent Greece, represents Eurovision and what it stands for.
Beautifully said. Yana, are any of these songs among your favorites?
Well, I also like Antique with Helena Paparizou and Die For You. I was going to say my number one. Whoops. Yeah. I really love that one. It's like, I don't know how to explain. It's just really fun. Good singer, you know, good song. But I like the song in Greek, you know. I like the Greek version. And also 2011, it's like it was my first Eurovision ever. So it was something special to me. And I always rewatch it because it also was a good hosting that year. And Greece was like something that I remember because he used the fire, you know, the pyrotechnics, and I remembered it was really hot when the fire came out. Even when I was like in the middle of the arena, it was like, oh God, this is hot, and that's why I remember it.
We'll never know if it was the fire or if it was the singer that made it so hot in there. But
probably both.
Maybe both. A combination is possible. Stuart, I know these songs a little bit newer, but can you still get behind some of these?
Yeah, I love all of them actually. I'm championing the 90s, but there's some really, really great songs in the 2000s, and these were some of them. I don't think there's a bad song on this list today. Well, I'd hope not anyway. Otherwise, some of us on this panel probably don't need to be. I'd start questioning somebody's taste, Nicholas, wouldn't you? Somebody's music taste.
Well, let's remember we are all music professionals here, right? Right, that's what you have to be to do a show like this.
Yeah, exactly. Especially Elliott, because Elliott's taste is never wrong.
Never. No.
I
Why
guess
would
it's a
it
good
be?
time to say I hate the 2011 entry.
Oh, there we
Hate it.
go.
I am the
There
one.
we
my
go.
God.
There it
Yeah.
is. There it is.
I am the
Oh
one
my
Eurovision
God.
fan who cannot get into this song, and I have tried countless times to figure out what the appeal of the song is because it won at semi-final as well, and it did well in the
Yeah.
televote in the semi and the final. I don't get it. I do not get it at all.
I was
It's
I was
awful.
surprised it won the semi-final.
Well,
That was the biggest surprise.
That's why Jean came second, and that was much better. But yeah, I don't get it. I do not get this song 9 years on. I still don't get it. It was a weird year for the Mediterranean, so that's also when Cyprus sent a woman swinging a ball above her head. That was funny though. But yeah, watch my dance. I'd rather not. Sorry.
Well, he probably wouldn't want to watch you dance either after that comment. So all is well in the land of Eurovision. Coming up next, Gustav, it's your turn. What songs
Whoa.
have you picked for us this evening?
Okay, so guys, I have picked the best Eurovision ballad we have ever had, Anna VIssi with Everything, and I have chose my guilty pleasure song from Greece that I also love very much, but I'm skeptical that other loves it, and that one is Rise Up from 2014.
Yes, so to everyone who is missing the outside, here's a little bit of Trampoline as well.
I'm still in love with everything I hate, everything you do, everything.
Come on and rise up, jump out of what keeps you down. And now you rise up, fly, get your feet off the ground. Come on and rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up.
This is probably about the time where I say that Rise Up is on my summer playlist every single year. I love the song. But Gustav,
That's
now
just a
it's time-
sign that you have good taste.
Thank you very much. Don't hear that very often here. So, Gustav, now's your time championing these songs. Why are these so fantastic?
I mean, do I even have to speak about everything? It's the ultimate Eurovision ballad. It has everything. It has the wind machines, and the singer is great, and I don't know what to say. It's just the perfect song, and you know me, I love a good ballad, and this is on top of my list.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And what do you love about Rise Up?
What's not to love about Rise
True.
Up? It's just such a fun song. I dance to it every time I hear it, and it doesn't hurt that the singer is hot.
That never hurts the song.
You chock us, Gustav. You really do.
I have never said that before on this show. Never.
I will, however, still say that I still find it ironic that in the midst of the crippling debts that Greece have had around this time, they sent a group called Free Fortune. There's something fun about that I will just never really seem to get over. Elliott, do you have Rise Up as a guilty pleasure as well, or is your music taste once again wrong?
Oh no, I think it's brilliant. The only downside is
Perfect.
the only downside was the Brit who sounded out of breath the entire time. Like, get rid of him with someone else, and it would have been fantastic. You know, it's such an anthemic song. You can't help but get up and join in with it. I don't get why they had a trampoline on stage, but sure, why not? It worked. And the biggest downfall for this song is it went on right before Conchita. But you know, someone had to go on
True.
before the winner. So, but no, it's brilliant.
That is a fact. That is very much a fact. Open, do you think these are great songs? Well, I mean, I remember 2006. It's for me a bit of a hidden gem. I don't think that many like newer Eurovision fans remember that one. Do you agree?
I mean, look, Anna VIssi is a goddess. It helps that she's a Cypriot. That's another thing. But she is what a great singer. So the two countries that get to host the contest recently, last 2 decades, Greece and Azerbaijan, had the courage to send the biggest names the year that they get to host it. Anna VIssi is the biggest as it gets in terms of the music career in Greece, in Cyprus, and in this Balkan region, and to the extent that maybe we don't know. So Anna VIssi is the deal for us. And then then you get to Freaky Fortune and Rise Up. I get it. I get it. It's a fun song. I'm not saying that I wasn't jumping, but well, it's not my cup of tea, even though I love a great party song.
Oh well, can't be one for everyone. We are about halfway in our entries, and I think this is about as best time as any to remind everyone to be sure that if you haven't voted yet, you can make an impact on which of these songs will be the winner of tonight, and which of these panelists will be able to say that their taste is the best one for at least until we do the next of these shows. So get voting. It is menti.com and use the code 786000 to vote. Right. Let's move on with it. And Elliott, it is your turn. What do you have for us this evening?
Well, my first song, I think, is the song title that many a uni student would want, which is the 2013 entry, Alcohol is 3. And then my second entry is the one that completely stunned me. It is last year, Katalin Duska with Better Love.
There we go. And here they are. Yes, rumors say that ball is still around somewhere in Tel Aviv. Elliott, these are two very different kind of songs. What do you love about these?
Well, 2013, I remember it really well because it was my first year at university and I was on an international course. So I was surrounded by people from like Denmark, Finland, Greece, Germany, like all over the world. And we were all watching Eurovision in the student union bar. And when Greece came on, everyone erupted and loved it. And the girl who sat next to me, my best friend who was Danish, it was the only song she was nervous that could beat Emily de Forest with. She was really confident up until that point, and then she panicked. But yeah, it's so anthemic, it's so happy, it's just mad, but you can't help but smile and enjoy it. And then you just got like the bloke just, just at the stand mic, just doing his own thing whilst 5 other lads are running around on stage. It's amazing. Like, it's just complete carnage, and I love it. And like I said, who doesn't want Boost to be 3? It's a godsend.
I think there's definitely a few on the panelists who can agree with that. And Katalin Duska, this is a fairly new entry, of course, only being from last year. Why do you think Better Love is one of the best Greek entries?
Well, to be honest, Greece, for me, since 2013, I've been a bit of a lull, and I didn't really expect much coming from Greece going into Tel Aviv. And then, it's a name we hadn't heard of or anything. And then she came out with this song, and her voice is so unique. The song was really powerful. I think the message is really beautiful as well. And, staging aside, because it was a bit weird, I just think the song is really impactful and really strong. And again, it's just a shame that once again, Greece was put right next to the winning entry, which harmed them. And my favourite fact about the song is it was co-wrote by David Snedden, who was a British reality show winner back in the year 2000, and no one heard of him since. And he just appeared 19 years later on a Eurovision song, which I think was very funny. But yeah, it's just out of nowhere, Greece just sent this an amazing entry when I had pretty much given up on them for the last 5 years.
I think many people have. And you know what? Maybe that guy, he was just sat on a bar in Greece, and then one day he was like, maybe I should do something.
Maybe that's where he went, yeah, because no one had heard from him for at least 15 years in the UK.
Could be. Stuart, you love a bit of free alcohol, don't you?
It's not free in Greece, let me tell you. I've been there. I was at Eurovision 2006, and it's definitely not free, let me tell you. That's, yeah. That should go to the Trades Description Act, that song. It's a very, very good song. It is a party song, and it's certainly got the crowd going. Not a fan of Better Love, I'm afraid. Not in any way, shape, or form. I didn't like the song from the first time I heard it, and I certainly didn't like it live. And by the way, that ball is still traveling. I was in Tel Aviv. It went over the kind of walkway. Remember that kind of circular walkway, dome walkway? Went over there, and it disappeared out of sight. I think someone took it home with them. Probably popped it first.
Probably. If someone finds it, let us know. Yana, are these among your favorite Greek entries?
Well, I actually really like Katalin Duska with Better Love. It was one of my favorites last year, but then the live version was a bit disappointing for me because I don't know what the hell was going on stage. Like, what was she wearing? It was ugly. Very sorry, but no, it was weird. But I liked the song, and the other one, 2013, was just fun. I don't drink, but I don't mind. It's really fun party song. Yes, Stuart, we know you're already drunk.
Wouldn't be an ESC Fan TV show without it. Also, I mean, you can say what you want about the staging of Better Love, but at least it created an iconic moment of the interviewer asking if it was a condom she had brought on stage.
Yeah. No one knew what that staging was or the music video. Because I remember us last year, all of us, between like 10 of us over like 3 shows, try and dissect what Better Love's music video and stage was, and no one could make sense of it until people in the comments said, "Oh, it's clearly this from Greek mythology." Still don't get it.
Well,
I like the
positive point. The positive point was that she did kind of the same thing like the music video. So she had like a vision, a weird vision, but it was a vision.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a style to her as an artist, and that definitely shined through on stage, which I think is great. But Yana, you're up next. What songs have you picked for this evening?
Can I just say one more thing?
Yeah.
I met her in Amsterdam at Eurovision in concert, and she's so nice. She's really lovely.
That's great.
Yay.
Yay. Yeah, but everyone remember to get voting. The voting is down there on the screen. And like people have said in the chat already, it's super easy to vote. So there is really no reason not to. Yana, your turn to present your entries.
Well, my 2 entries. The first one is the beautiful ballad from 2015 from Maria Elena Kyriakou. I'm a ballad girl. I love ballads, and it was one of the best songs in 2015. It was one of my favorites. And then my other song I picked was 2018. That's like, for me, the best Greek entry ever because it has such a nice vibe to it. It's really kind of magical. And I like it that it's in Greek. What I did think, the live version was a bit underwhelming, and I didn't understand the blue hand. Like, what the hell?
Oh,
but
well,
yeah,
yeah,
but it was really good.
Let's take a listen to the songs, and you guys at home can decide if you understand the whole blue hand thing. I don't.
Out of this fiery hell, come back and save me. What happened wasn't fair.
Another set of beautiful Greek entries. They're interesting enough, one of those being one of the few songs, 1 out of 2, that have not qualified for Greece. You've already mentioned a little bit about that, so I want to ask instead about the 2015 song. What do you think that makes this song stand out?
Well, it's just, I don't know. She's a really good singer, and like the stage presence, I think it was amazing with the circle lights in the background. I know it was just a really good song for me, a beautiful ballad, a great voice, and I thought it was gonna be top 10. So bummer.
It's a beautiful song that I remember at least a lot of people loving back in 2015. Gustav, obviously the second song that we heard from 2018 is one of 2 songs that have not managed to qualify for Greece. Why do you think this song didn't make the cut?
Because it's bad.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but I don't like
I'm gonna come over and whoop your ass.
I'm usually the one doing that, so I guess it's my turn. Yeah, I don't like that song, so, and I could totally see it not qualifying with the underwhelming staging and the not so good song. Yeah.
Well, it's hard to say what made it. It could also be the confusing blue hand. Elliott, dressed in blue. Does that mean that this was among your favorites back in 2018?
No, I hated this on first listen.
Right.
I'll be honest, it was in my bottom 3 for 2018. I did not get the fan hype about this at all. I was just like I was like convinced it wasn't going to, because it was a tough semi-final as it was. The first semi-final of 2018 was a very tough semi-final and a good song was going to miss out. And in my head it was just like, it's going to be Greece. Like, there's nothing here I can grab to. And then I saw the staging, and even in the musical interlude where it's like a minute, she literally just turns and faces the back of the stage with some pyro going on. Like, nothing happened. Like I said, her hand was blue and it just looked like a pen had exploded in her hand. Like, what was this performance? Yeah, it was just it was just a lot of smoke.
Valid meme.
Just a lot of smoke and mirrors for me. And to be honest, I wasn't a big fan of 2015 either. But my main worry is I thought her boobs were going to come out of her dress because it was very low cut. I was worried there was going to be an issue in 2015 with her performance because there was a lot of wind and a very low cut dress. So no, I'm not, Sean. It didn't qualify, so I was right.
Well, there's a lot of love for the entry in the comment, I see. So who knows, when we get to the voting later, maybe we will find out that we are all wrong, because I may as well admit, while we're on this trail of thought here, that I had the song in 2018 in my bottom as well. I think it was actually my last place, unfortunately, as the song I just forgot it every time I heard it, which is a shame. But, you know, there's been a lot of negativity here. Funny enough, this is one of the few times that the three of us have agreed. And unfortunately, not in a positive way this time. So, can anyone champion maybe the 2015 song? Open, say something positive. Go ahead.
I mean, only thing I need to say to save this 2015 song is that Maria Elena Kyriakou is Cypriot. That gives a lot of points to Greece. To be fair.
And what nationality is a lady?
But I'll tell you this: so many artists tries to go this artistic, this theatrical way of singing, this Broadway, this Western kind of singing. But Maria Elena is the only artist that made it sounded contemporary and made it sounded for a bigger audience, even though she was a very theatrical, very artistic way of singing. There was so much emotion on that stage at that night. When Greece took the stage, One Last Breath, the song title is dramatic itself. But then 2008, Yana Terzi, Oniromu, is an amazing song. It's a very traditional song. It's a very traditional. It hits the heart of the Greek-speaking nations, and it's very, very close to the heart of the Greek speakers. And an amazing song. I know that not singing in English is a difficult factor for wider audience to relate to the song, but the song itself, the musicality, the technicality in the voice and the composition is amazing. It's a great degree of the execution in terms of the producing the song.
There we go. That was a nice little way to end those songs. So we only have 2 more entries left, and of course I've saved the best for last. My own entries. Why wouldn't I? Who makes the rules? I make the rules. So for my entries, the first of them, we're going to go back to 2004, when I really started to get into Eurovision, and I saw this Greek song that just made 6-year-old little me get up and dance. Few years later, we come to 2008, and I experience what was, in my opinion at least, the song that really made me fall in love with the Greek sound. So let's take a listen.
My secret combination, it's a mystery for you. Use your imagination, I'm not easy, but I'm true. My secret combination, boy, you have to try it hard.
2 fantastic entries in my opinion. Probably shouldn't surprise any considering that I picked them. But Yeah, I think for me, Shake It here, the first song, 2004, it's one of the first Eurovision songs that I really remember loving. I remember getting up and dancing. This was about the time, when I was old enough to like really have an opinion on these songs. I'd been watching Eurovision since around like 2001, but this is when I really started to have an opinion on the songs. I remember going around, singing this one and the winner that year, and my parents just looking at me thinking, what have we created? But that's a story for another day. He can't sing. Looking back at it, it sounds absolutely horrible. He's out of breath throughout most of the song. Poor guy, but it is one of my absolute favorite entries. And of course, Secret Combination, my winner in 2008. I feel like this should have won. How that song from Russia won over this? I believe it's called. I forget all of my facts today, but how this song didn't win, don't understand it. I'm gonna go to Stuart first. Do you like these two songs?
I do, yeah. So Secret Combination was a big favourite of mine. I thought Kalomira was the best performer. I thought it was best staging actually of that particular year, 2008. I didn't like the winner, so I thought Greece should have won that year. That was probably one of the years where I thought Greece definitely deserved to win. And Sakis up against Wild Dances. Ukraine were destined to win that contest. No Ukraine, Sakis would have walked it. That would be my view on it. It's actually quite a few years in the 2000s where Greece came very close, and they really built momentum up to their win in 2005. Had Sakis not have won had Sakis not have come second in 2004, I would question whether Greece would have spent the time and effort to bring Helena to Eurovision again in 2005. It was a big deal for Greece back then.
Yeah, it's very
He
interesting.
came third.
Shut
There
up.
we go.
No.
Well, it is an interesting point because obviously, Eurovision was seen as a little bit of a thing not for the Greek general public in like the beginning, but obviously with them, doing so greatly with Die for You, this was really a turning point for Greece. And I think like Stuart said, like these kind of entries just helped them get into a momentum where a bigger artist wanted to do it, and they could have like these 10 top 10 finishes that I mentioned at the beginning of the show. Elliott, do you have something to say about these songs?
Yeah, they're both good in their own respective rights. I didn't want Greece to win. It was one of my favorites, but I was definitely championing Armenia in 2008. Like, I really did want Sarusho to win, and I do think that was better. Kalomira, it hasn't aged brilliantly, I must admit, more so than music, but it's still a good song. The lyrics are really corny. My Secret Combination, it's so cheesy and corny, but that is Eurovision in the 2000s. And Sakas Rivas, and I just know him as the man who cannot get a white shirt to fit to save his life. Or he just really loves his midriff. But he brought us the great thing of the Greek stapler in 2009. So he goes down in Eurovision history, even though he can't sing for his life, but gotta love him.
He has a lot of fun there. Like, that's for sure. Like, on that stage in 2004 and on the stage in 2009, he looks like someone who's just having a fantastic time. Rather he be on a lighting up dance floor or on a giant stapler, he is having a lot of fun on that stage. So we've come to the end. We've heard 13 entries. Before we move on to the voting, anyone who want to do an intellect? I'm going to take that as a no.
Can you give us a bit of warning next time, Nicholas? And maybe what we'll do in the next show, we'll do a group river dance.
Maybe we
That'd be fun,
will.
wouldn't it?
I can sing a little.
We'll do that once we get to the best of
Oh, no.
Ireland. We'll all dress up in
I'll
river
sing
dance
Oni
clothes.
Romu.
Don't let Stuart the show of Ireland. We'll get complaints. Probably say something offensive or an offensive accent.
Look, we'll just do an Ireland show without any Brits on it. It'll be fine.
Oh, I do have a question though, because as Owen keeps mentioning about the Greek singers who aren't Greek, what nationality's Tamta and what nationality's Eleni? Your last two Cypriot and Alessandro. Your last three acts have not been Cypriot, Owen, so you can't really speak.
The shade of it all.
No, they're not. Eleni's more Greek than Cypriot. She claimed she was Greek at the start of her career.
She's actually Albanian.
Albanian Greek, but she claimed she was Greek for a good 4 years.
Oh well.
Oh well, there's a lot there to say. I'm sure we could get into a giant conversation about that. But how about we don't do that? How about instead, while everyone get their last votes in, maybe it is our turn. I think, wouldn't you say, Stuart? It's our turn to give our votes.
No
Yeah,
intro,
poor Nicholas. Poor old Nicholas is covered by the Greek flag again.
Oh yeah, I am. Let me just hello. So I'm just gonna sit incredibly awkward on my chair while we get the vote in. I believe it is time for the votes. So
Nicholas, you look like you're trying to hit someone at a bar. Hello.
how
This
you
is where
doing?
it's all going to go very wrong, Nicholas, isn't it? You could tell. This is where it all goes crap. So anyway,
Yes.
shall we find out how many votes we've got from the chat room? Shall we start there?
Let's do that.
There we go.
There we go.
So currently at the bottom, would be, wouldn't it? We one of mine, 1993. Then we have 2015 and 1991. The other one of mine, both are second bottom with 11 points. Then we have Anna VIssi. It's a bit of a shock, isn't it? 2006 with 28 points. Then we have 2011's Watch Me Dance. No real shock there. 2004's Shake It with Sakis. Then 2013 Alcohol is Free. 2019 Better Love with 43 points, joint with Rise Up in 2014. Then that's a bit of a shock as well, isn't it? 2018's
Yay!
52 points, 61 points. There we go. So another vote coming. Typically now, all my votes I've just given have completely gone wrong because it's a live interactive scoreboard, isn't it? Anyway, the top three as it currently stands, Nicholas, is Secret Combination on 71 points. Second place, I Would Die For You, Antique with 76 points. And my number one with Helena Paparizou with 83 points. It is still anyone's potential to win.
Yes, like they always say in Eurovision, anything can happen. And remember, the first time Eurovision did televoting, it didn't go perfect either, so it's okay. So while I sit here and hold what looks like a ball of the Greek flag, why not get to the votes of the panelists? Stuart, how about you go first? What are your votes for this evening?
Okay, so let's do mine first then. Shall I do the votes from the telly vote or the vote that we've asked our followers to give over the past week, Nicholas? Shall I do the two together?
You can do that. Do however
let's
you
do that.
please.
Okay, so starting with 1 point, we have 2013. Alcohol is Free. 2 points go to 2018. 3 points go to Rise Up 2014. 4 points go to 2006 Anna VIssi. 5 points go to 2000 and hang on a minute. Can I start
And there
again?
we go.
Sorry, I screwed it up.
This happens
screwed up.
every single time. It happened the
Yes.
first time we did a vote. It happened when we did the Junior Eurovision votes. I feel like this would be the perfect time for a commercial. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's start again. 1
Yeah,
point,
okay.
1 point, and this is the tally vote. So 1 point to 2011, 2 points to 2019, 3 points to 2013, 4 points to 1993, 5 points to 2004, 6 points to 2006 Anna VIssi, 7 points to 1991. So clearly the viewers have taste. 8 points to 2008, 10 points to Antique and I Would Die For You, and 12 points, no real surprise, goes to 2005, My Number One by Helena Paparizou.
There we go. So I believe that was the votes that people have been able to cast during the week on our Facebook page.
Yeah, so Nicholas, what I'll do actually is I'll take a break now, let somebody else give their votes, and I'll come back at the end.
Yes, sounds good. So moving on to Elliott, give us your points, please.
Gladly. I'm not going to try and say the song titles because I can't. My 1 point.
Well, they are on screen right now.
Still not going to happen. Not a chance. My 1 point goes to 1991. 2 points to 2011, Watch My Dance. 3 points to 2006. 4 points to 2008, 5 points to 2014, 6 points to 2004, 7 points to 2001, 8 points to 2005, and then, no shocker, 10 points to 2019, and my 12 to 2013.
There we go. Thank you very much for your votes. And if you haven't already, remember to add them to our Minty scoreboard so we have the full votes at the end of the show.
Done.
Awesome. Gustav, you're up next. Give us your vote, please.
Gladly. I will give my 1 point to Shake It. 2 points to Watch Me Dance. 3 points to My Number One. 4 points, and here where it gets tricky because I have to say something in Greek.
Oh no.
So let's just say 1991. 5 points to Secret Combination. 6 points to One Last Breath. 7 points to Die For You, but it says Pie For You in my notes.
I like to believe that there's an interesting possibility to do a great parody there.
8 points to Rise Up. 10 points to Better Love. And 12 points to, of course, Everything.
Amazing. Thank you very much for your votes. While I continue to do this as my resume to let DR know that they should have me as the host next time Denmark wins Eurovision, we're going to move on to our next country. Yana, do you have your votes ready?
Good evening. This is Ghent calling. Here are the results of my votes. 1 point goes to Watch Me Dance 2011. 2 points go to Alcohol is Free 2013. 3 points go to Shake It 2004. 4 points go to Better Love 2019. 5 points go to Secret Combination 2008. 6 points goes to Die For You 2001. 7 points goes to Everything 2006. 8 points go to My Number One 2005. 10 points goes to One Last Breath 2015. And 12 points go to Oniromu 2018. Thank you and good night.
Congratulations, 2018, for the 12 points. Moving on, we say hello to Oben. May I have your points, please?
Good evening, Nicholas. Good evening, Europe, and good morning, Australia. This is Nicosia calling. So here is my vote for the best ever Greece voting.
My God.
So and I have to say this was a very tight contest for me, from 12 points to 1 point. So it's just a matter of inches for me. The winner gets it. So I give 1 point to 2018 Yana Terzi Oniromu. 2 points to 1993 Katy, Garbi, Ellada, Chora, Fotos. 3 points to 1991 Sopia Vossou, Anixi. 4 points to Shake It Amor, Sakis Ruas, Shake It. 5 points for You Were the One, Helena Paparizou, but not for me this time. 6 points to my beloved Hellenic singer, 2011 Lucas Giorkas and Stereo Mike, Watch My Dance. 7 points for the Cypriot goddess, Anna VIssi, 2006, Everything I Have, Everything You Do, Everything I Feel, Everything for You. 8 points to 2008, the party girl. You know, I always love a party girl. Kalomira, Secret Combination. Girl, you are my secret combination. 10 points to another Cypriot blessed singer, 2015, Maria Elena Kriakou, One Last Breath. And last but not least, Ethinolma Duzupois for 2001, Antique. And this time, Helena, you're my number one. Die for you, 12 points. Thank you and good night.
There's always that one spokesperson who have to be a little bit extra, you know? Wouldn't be a Eurovision without it. Also, would just like to shout out some of the comments we've had, like this one. There's no awkward pauses. This is much better than the real thing. Yeah, you know, we may be a fan-run show, but at least we don't have the connection issues that 2015 had.
It's a very, 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 very close vote, Nicholas, actually, isn't it?
It is. It is getting very exciting now. So, Stuart, may I have your votes, please?
Yes, you can. Portsmouth, UK calling, Nicholas. I'd like to give 2013 Alcohol is Free 1 point. 2018 Yana Tiazzi 2 points. 2014 Rise Up 3 points. Anna VIssi 2006 4 points. Sakis Ruvas 2004 5 points. My 6 points goes to 2005 Helena Paparizou, my number one. 7 points goes to Secret Combination 2008. 8 points to Antique, I Would Die For You. 10 points to Ellada, Chora tu Fotos. Yes! And 12 points to Anixi, 1991, Sopia Vossou. Mwah! That concludes the votes of the UK South jury. Thank you and good night.
Thank you very much. Now, before I get on to my final votes, have everyone on this panel made sure to put their votes on the Menti scoreboard?
Yes.
Good,
Yes, boss.
because everything can still happen. Here are the votes of the Danish jury. 1 point goes to 1991 Anixi. 2 points goes to 1993. I'm not gonna say that whole title. Now, here's where it gets a little bit interesting, because my Menti scoreboard didn't work properly. So let me just, there we go. I have them on here so I could be sure that I had them in the right order and ready to post. There we go. So 3 points goes to 2019, Better Love. 4 points goes to 2005, My Number One. 5 points goes to 2001, Die For You. 6 points goes to 2013, Alcohol Is Free. 7 points goes to 2004, Shake It. 8 points, now it gets exciting. The 8 points goes to 2006, Everything. The 10 points goes to 2014, Rise Up. And finally, the 12 points goes to 2008, Secret Combination. That concludes the Danish votes. They have now been submitted. And let's take a look at the final scoreboard. I think we are looking at the final scoreboard now. Yes, we are. I just needed to make sure that it was updating. So it looks like we've done the math. It's no secret anymore. The winner of the ESC Fan TV Best Ever Greece entry is Helena Paparizou, my number one. A big congratulations to my number one. Should we hear the song?
Yes.
Here it is.
You are the one, you're my number one. The only pleasure I'll ever have. You are the one, you're my number one.
there we go. Are we all happy about the winner? Anyone who has anything they want to add?
It's 2018 all over again. So close in second place. No.
Oh no!
Why me? Why me?
I think this just proves that the Eurovision fans just love Helena Paparizou, whatever she does. The fact she was the top 2. So please come back for Greece or Sweden next year. It'll be really funny if she comes back for Sweden, because she did well in that year as well with Survivor. So please come back.
It would be very fun. I mean, can you imagine the Melodifestivalen show we would have next year? Wouldn't it be amazing? Gustav saved the date already. I'm just saying. Well, there we go. We found our favorite Greek entry. My number 1 was everyone's number 1. That was the last joke I had for the evening. I don't have any more. I think that is all we have to say for today. But just before we go, remember that ESC Fan TV lives on. You know, Corona or not, Eurovision or not, ESC Fan TV lives on. And remember, if you haven't already, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. We have a lot of great content going on at the moment. We have Retrovision on Sundays. We have watch parties over at our Facebook page on Wednesdays, I believe it is. We also have Eurovision Soup coming out every once in a while, where we do a little bit of a deeper analysis into some of the wonders of the Eurovision world. Whatever Stuart's doing, he's doing it. And Elliott, your camera. Oh, there we go. You're back now.
Technology, don't trust it.
No, don't trust it. No, we did have to have a Vienna 2015 moment at the end, didn't we? Also, remember everyone, if you don't have time to watch all of our live shows, that's totally okay, because you can watch ESC Fan TV on demand on our YouTube page, or you can listen to us on the go on your favorite podcasting platform. That has been all for today. Thank you so much to everyone watching, and a big thank you to Stuart.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. That was so much fun. Can't wait to do it again.
Yes, it's been a lot of great fun. Remember, everyone, please let us know on our YouTube page, on this video, and on our Facebook page what you think of this show. If you love it, we promise there will be many more to come. Also, a big thank you to Elliott.
Big thank you, guys. If you like this sort of video, I want to see more of it, we did do a best bits of Eurovision 2020, which went up last week, and another part is coming very soon, and it's very, very funny, can I just say. It's very funny. I had a lot of fun putting that together.
I can't wait for more clips of Elliott's music taste being wrong.
They don't exist, sorry. Only of you being wrong, though.
Why did we let you do those compilations? Anyway, also a big thank you to Gustav.
Thank you, guys. I had so much fun and can't wait to do it again.
That's awesome. And a big thank you to our favorite girl in red, Yana.
Yay, Efcharisto. Thank you, everyone.
And finally, thank you to the one that looks like he has a Finnish flag inside of the Greek flag. Thank you to Open.
You made it up.
Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ ESC Fan TV. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ Europa. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ Australia. It was a blessed night tonight. I enjoyed it so much. Love you guys. Love you. Good night.
Helt sikkert du. Anyway, thank you. Hope you all had a great evening, and we will see you all very soon. Bye for now.